Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. So before we get into today's video, I do want to take the time out to say this. I do appreciate all of my supporters. I do. I appreciate those of you who have taken the time out to subscribe to this channel. I appreciate the comments that all of you have made where you were acknowledging me in some kind of way, thanking me in some kind of way, or just giving kind words. I greatly appreciate that. A lot of you get my commentary, and I notice some of you just don't fully understand where I come from or where I'm coming from when it comes to how I commentate on my channel. But I just want to make sure I'm just being very clear. My reaction channel is not like a lot of other people's reaction channels. I try to maintain an unbiased standpoint when it comes to how I react to anyone that I choose to react to on this channel. When I make mention of being unbiased, it means that I have to speak to both sides of a situation. I can't solely just go off of what everybody may feel I should feel or how I should look at things, or I'm myself. I am one person, and I have always been the type of person where I've never subscribed to what everybody said. I was the type of person, where I would ask questions. Well, why? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to believe this? Why do I have to go this way? Why not go that way? I've always been a free thinker that way since I was young. And I've never just jumped on board with just the majority of the people. I always questioned everything. And I think it's a good thing to question everything. Now, I've made it very clear to say that I have not watched Olivia and Gerard as long as some of you guys have. Some things y'all may know that I just don't know. And instead of me just solely taking everybody's word, I like to watch and observe and see for myself. It does not mean that I am intentionally ignoring certain things or I choose to be oblivious to certain things. I just like to see things for myself. And if we end up coming to the same conclusion, great. If I'm still on the fence with certain things, that should be okay too, because I'm still feeling my way through, like I've always said. But I do feel that it should always be, we should, as mature women and men, we should always be able to respectfully agree to disagree. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this video started. We basically heard that Jasmine's channel was taken down. It's very strange that some people still believe that she lied about that when she has shown documentation proving that her channel actually was taken down. I myself knew her channel was taken down because when I went to her channel, it literally showed that it was a message that popped up saying something about channel has been removed due to community guidelines. It was something along that nature. And so you're not going to get that message if, somebody just hid their channel. So I know people still believe this is what she did, even though she did get her channel back. But I just think it's weird that people are still choosing to believe that she intentionally hid her channel. So I'm not going to show that video where she's talking about it, just again for the simple fact I know a lot of people has already seen it. JustJazzy did a live, and she addressed Jasmine's situation. And Jasmine responded to what JustJazzy said, and I found it very interesting. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that real quick.
Oh, somebody kept reporting her channel, and her channel was taken down. She's hurting YouTube with her income for her kids. Okay, one or two things. YouTube don't really work that way. So before there was a button that you could it's a fine line. Okay, so before when somebody reports your stuff, there was a button you could press on YouTube that says ask for a human review. So that's when an actual human will review the allegation and they'll determine whether it's false or not. Because YouTube has now switched over to AI and they allow computers to figure out whether it's the truth or not, it's a little but your channel really can't get taken down unless the accusation is true. So people can report you all day. It's a part of life. But what are they saying? Are they saying, hey, she curses a lot? Or, hey, this is provocative or derogatory or political? It depends on what they're saying. But reports can't really get it taken down unless it's found to be true. Anything someone do to you, you can petition it. And it's against you and YouTube to go back and forth now.
So what she was saying right here wasn't completely correct because yes, where I do agree with her on is yes, AI has pretty much taken over when it comes to the footwork that's done in sifting through the content that is uploaded on this platform. That is true, but she made it seem like being able to have the option to have a human review content or review a dispute that you may have from a copyright strike or claim or whatever the issue may have been that may have flagged your channel. It seemed like she was making it seem like you no longer had that option. And that's not true. You still have the option. If there is a claim that YouTube has brought forth regarding your channel and you want to dispute it and you're wanting to request a review, you still do have the option to request for a human to review that particular claim. The other thing that she said that I didn't agree with was that she said that if YouTube removes your channel, whatever the allegations were or whatever the reasonings were for YouTube removing your channel, it must be true. I completely disagree with that, and we will see later on how this is not true.
But, I will say this. After take this with love, Jazz. I don't know you personally, never spoke to you in life before, like personally. This is why, as a content creator, you have to put your eggs in different baskets. After 13 years, 13, friend, there is no way YouTube should have been our main source of income. I am going up on, in February, it'll make 6 years since I've been a content creator. 6 years, a full-time content creator, right? As this being my full-time job. I now sell a digital product which makes me over $10,000 a month. I also have investments. I have IRAs. I have my money in so many different places. I'm also monetized on every platform. Oh man, I invest in a couple businesses. Like, my money is in so many different places that I'm very grateful for YouTube because I make a hefty amount of money on here, but it's not my main source of income. So after 13 years, we needed a plan. We needed a plan other than YouTube. So everything in life is a lesson. You start from the bottom up and you either rebuild because it's, you're capable of doing it, or you go on Indeed, boo.
All right, so I'm just going to talk about this real quick because it was brought to my attention that, Just Jazz got on here and said something. And look, she's right. I don't know her personally, but we have talked in the past. And I just feel like when people make it seem like I never talked to them or something, it's just really weird to me.
After take this with love, Jazz. I don't know you personally, never spoke to you in life before, like personally.
It's really weird to me. And it's like, things that they say on this platform, it could have been even said to me in a DM like any other time. But I get it. This whole situation is a talk of social media because that could have been honestly avoided in the live stream, just talking about me in general. But yeah.
So after I heard Jasmine say this, I had went back to the other video of, Just Jazz saying what she said. And I too thought it was strange because here it is, Jasmine is making it clear that they have spoken. They may not know each other personally, and I do know Just Jazz kept emphasizing the word personally. But she also said, I've never spoken to her a day in my life. Like, she's never spoken to this girl. And Jasmine is saying they have spoken to each other behind the scenes. They have DM'd each other before. And you will hear later on, Jasmine adds more context to this statement by saying they had recently DM'd each other about some things. So it was very strange that Just Jazz would make it seem as if she's never had any type of conversation. Yeah, we get you don't know her personally. We get you have not had a literal encounter with her where you're literally face to face in the same state, in the same city, but you have spoken to her. And I just thought that was weird that she made it a point to make it seem like she's never talked to Jasmine before.
So to debunk that, she got on here and said that whatever that was reported must have been true if they took my channel. That is incorrect. Like you said, YouTube has been run by AI. Whole bunch of AI now. So if somebody say she's showing, basically she has no clothes on, but in reality I do have clothes on, but it's athletic wear, they're going to manipulate the system. Because come on, I have not had sex on my platform. I have not been showing any nudity or anything, and apparently it was reported recently. I have literally only been in athletic clothes, and I've been just trying to stay calm and just not overwhelm myself with everything that's been said. But I just feel like people don't know the facts. They don't know everything. And she also stated, like, you know, you should be able to, if it's not true, then they wouldn't have took your channel down. They still took it down. Apparently that's the most serious accusation that someone can put on somebody on a platform. Like you said, it's been run by AI. So if YouTube has been run by AI, 9 times out of 10, they're just gonna take it down because of what they feel is right. Being that, oh, she has this on her page at this moment, and look, like, my stomach was showing when I was pregnant, and they tried to report my video. It was big, and they said that was nudity. I feel like people that speak on my situation don't really know, unless you dealt with the level of obsession that someone has over you. You don't know what I go through. And there's no disrespect. I'm just speaking on what I saw and how I feel. You know, she gave her opinion, but honestly, you just don't know what I go through at all.
So clearly, when you look at this letter that was sent from YouTube, it says, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our sex and nudity policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If we think a channel severely violates our policies, we take it down to protect other users on the platform. But if you believe we made the wrong call, you can appeal this decision. Okay? So obviously, if someone is reporting your channel for these allegations that were made against Jasmine, obviously they can remove her channel. But even though they removed it, they did give her an opportunity to dispute it. So it's not to say that just because somebody reports your video for, you know, a specific reason, that just has to be true. Because obviously YouTube had to go back, review, and have an actual human to investigate it. And they saw that it wasn't true, which is why she was able to get her channel back. I just think it was a very careless thing to say, to insinuate that the allegations against her must have been true because YouTube took her channel, when obviously YouTube themselves saw that they made a mistake.
And she also spoke on, we already said this on my channel, because I gave props to actually Peaches for saying that, having multiple eggs in multiple baskets. But I've been on here for 13 years. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come on here and I'm going to elaborate and speak the truth on how I got my channel to where it is. I didn't do no crazy stuff or speak on crazy things or anything. You're okay. You know, I didn't do no outrageous things to get my channel to where it is, what I'm saying. So I spoke on, y'all already know how, I even said it multiple times, like, you know, Christy's what helped me get my channel to where it is. That's already been said. That's already been out there. She helped me put my channel out there. And, you know, I didn't do nothing extra. I didn't, y'all know me. So, I don't know. I just feel like people get on here and they try to speak on what's going on in your life, because right now it's the topic of YouTube. Like I said, we might not be cool. I'm not gonna say not cool, because we might not talk on a regular everyday basis, but her speaking on it publicly instead of saying, hey Jasmine, you could do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, person that really and truly cared, I feel like would have hit me up in my DMs, but they didn't. Like we talked, we just was messaging back and forth just recently. So I do feel some type of way about it, but it is what it is.
After take this with love, Jazz. I don't know you personally, never spoke to you in life before, like personally.
So JustJazz definitely emphasized multiple times that Jasmine's been on this platform for 13 years. Jasmine has, had a YouTube channel for 13 years, but Jasmine has mentioned multiple times, including in this video, that she didn't start really doing YouTube as a job until she had her twins. And she's saying right here that she was able to kind of be seen in the algorithms. People were able to kind of catch wind of her channel through Chrissy. And the video that she's referring to is a video that she had uploaded August of 2018. So that was 6 years ago. And that video is entitled Newborn Twins Nighttime Routine, Youngest of 4, collab with Strong Mommy Chrissy. So this is the video that she's always made reference to, where she gives, her credit to Strong Mommy Chrissy for helping her get seen on YouTube. So technically, Jasmine has only been, utilizing YouTube as a job for 6 years. Jasmine also emphasizes that she recently just spoke with JustJazzy, and I believe it was via DM. So again, it's very strange that JustJazzy kept making it seem as if she's never spoken to Jasmine before. And I can see where Jasmine would be a little confused by that, because if y'all have spoken multiple times via DM, then why wouldn't you just reach out to her the same way if you really felt that you wanted to give this information to her? Because it is weird. I mean, I would feel weird by that if I know that we have spoken multiple times and then you hop online and address me as if you don't have the means to address me behind the scenes. And I do believe the reason why JustJazzy, made it a point to speak on this is because it was a trending topic.
It is what it is. But I do appreciate the little constructive criticism that she ended up giving me. But I also feel like, dang, she could have gave it to me, not gave it to y'all. And I got to find out, because I didn't find out through watching her page. I found out watching another video I got on YouTube and saw it. So I'm just like, dang, it could have been directed towards me when we actually have DMs. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
So pretty much to my point, I do feel that if you wanted to direct this message to Jasmine instead of directing it to her through third party, and you didn't even title the video in a way where it's like message to Jasmine, like nobody would have known that you spoke on her unless they actually watched your live. So again, it's just very weird that she ended up moving that way when, again, Jasmine is saying you have spoken with her through direct message. You could have given this to her directly.
She gave constructive criticism. She wasn't trying to be mean. That was actually looking out for you. No, I never said she didn't give me constructive criticism, and I'm never saying she was trying to be mean, but I'm just saying she could have messaged me. That's all I'm saying, is she could have messaged me. That's literally all I'm saying. You could have hit me up in my DMs and gave it to me, physically. I shouldn't have to find the constructive criticism out third party, is what I'm saying.
How is this not reasonable? I feel if this was anybody else and you put yourself in Jasmine's shoes, I think anybody would feel the same way. I don't see why, other than the fact that people just don't like Jasmine. I mean, it's like if there's anybody versus Jasmine and you don't like Jasmine, they're always going to side with the other person. Let's just be for real about this. I just really think that what Jasmine is saying and the position she holds in this situation, I honestly feel is valid. I don't see anything wrong with why she feels the way she feels.
So yeah, I do feel some type of way about that. That's what I feel some type of way about. Is that the constructive criticism got delivered to the internet before it got delivered to me. It just made no sense. I already spoke on the appeal situation. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how long it typically takes. Just because someone made false reports does not mean that false reports can't go through. Like you said, it's AI. Like she said, AI, right? It's AI. So you can't sit here and make it seem like AI understands everything. And I'm just trying to laugh about it right now because honestly, I'm really just over the whole situation with social media. Also, she wasn't planning on saying that someone asked when she was live, and she answered it. You're so right. But like I said, we get asked a lot of questions. We get a lot of messages when we're live, but do we have to speak on it? She publicly gave you advice, but she didn't have to publicly give me advice. She actually we communicate in Instagram. We don't talk publicly. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't care that she gave it to me publicly. It's just like, but you could have, if somebody really truly cared and they want to give you advice, they could have DM'd you just as much like any other time. She's gave me advice before. I've asked her for, advice, and she's gave me advice.
So even if Just Jazz intention when she made this live was to not speak on Jasmine's situation, and the only reason why she spoke on it is because someone asked her in the chat when she was on her live, it still doesn't excuse the fact that she could have not read the question. She didn't have to address the question. She could have just went on to the next comment that she saw going in the chat. And I agree with what Jasmine's saying. Like, just because somebody asks you to talk about something doesn't mean you have to comply. Again, if Jasmine is saying even right here that they do message each other on Instagram, and Jasmine has reached out to her before for, a question that she may have had, or she wanted some constructive criticism or something, and they communicated that way, why go on a public platform and try to give constructive criticism to Jasmine in front of everybody? That just does not make sense. If y'all have been communicating behind the scenes through Instagram, and you was concerned or you felt like you had something that you needed to say to Jasmine, why didn't you just communicate with her the same way you've been communicating with her, which was through DM on Instagram? Again, it just doesn't make sense. Unless you wanted to speak on this because it was a trending topic.
Or are you looking to start drama with her is not going to work? I'm not, hold on, pause. Pause. I swear people like to switch up. No, I'm not looking to start any drama with anybody. I just felt like it could have been delivered to me instead of what it's been delivered to the internet. And then on top of that, I was coming on here and elaborating on certain situations because I think she got a little bit confused. Like, I'm not even, like, people keep saying I'm trying to start problems. I think she got a little bit confused because it's not, I did appeal it. I have not heard back. I heard back from an AI that was, I'm guessing now, because like I said, the way that they were talking in the chat, it gave off like that it was AI, and it was kind of messed up. But
I thought this was a very weird comment to make, because how is it that Jasmine is trying to start beef with Just Jazz when Just Jazz is the one who spoke on Jasmine first? So if someone speaks on somebody first and the person who is being talked about responds, that's not considered a beef. That's considered a response. That was weird.
let's clear that up because people like to be messy and say that she's trying to start drama. I'm just speaking on what she said, and I'm speaking on how I felt about it, and also elaborating on the fact of, because she wasn't, she didn't know, obviously, that I already appealed it and I have not heard back. Because she said, if it's not true, then you can appeal it. Yes, you can appeal it, but I don't have my channel in the process. So who knows if I'm going to get it back. She said she reached out to me. She was just, I think that's a lie. I don't think I ever heard her say that. But if she said that, that's weird. We were talking about threads. We were talking about threads and building threads.
So somebody in the comments was saying that Just Jazz had said that she had tried to reach out to Jasmine, and Jasmine said that's not true. And I basically showed y'all the clip of her speaking about Jasmine, and nowhere did she mention that she had tried to reach out to Jasmine. So I don't understand why that commenter said that. And Jasmine further says that they had recently spoke on Instagram regarding threads. This was what they were talking about recently.
Keep your head up. The way she gets bullied is ridiculous. I might not agree with everything she do, but I damn sure ain't judge. Thank you to criticize everything.
I do agree what this commenter said. She said, I may not agree with everything that Jasmine does, but I'm not a bully and I'm not going to criticize everything she does. And I feel like it's hard for people to see that you can, support a person, you can not go so hard on a person, and still have the position of, I don't agree with everything that this person does. Because that is the position that I have when it comes to Jasmine. I do not agree with everything that Jasmine does, but I do see her trying. I do see her making an effort. I do see that when you do give her constructive criticism and you give it in a way where you're not completely just being rude and just downright hateful, she will hear what you're saying. Now, whether she applies it, that's on her. But it's not to say that, just because a person does things that you don't like, that just means you have to hate that person. It doesn't mean that you just have to outright be against that person. I don't understand why people don't see that you can have this position with pretty much everybody. Like, I love my husband, but there are things that he does that I don't like. And I'm pretty sure there are things that my husband can say to me, I don't like when you do this. And when we have those conversations, we make it a point to work on it so we will be better at that. Just like when it comes to your children, you love your children, but there are certain things your children do that you don't like. And you work on that with your children so they can work on that, whatever it is, so that they can be better. I just don't understand why people think it's so weird to not be on this hate train that's going when it comes to Jasmine and still have the position, I don't agree with everything that Jasmine does.
I believe that most people that watch want to see you do better and upgrade in life, but you seem stuck. I don't know. I feel like it's not most. I feel like it's probably 50%, maybe a little bit less. And I'm saying that because, like, let's be real. If they wanted to see me up, like, let's be really real, like, really be real with that statement. If someone wanted to see me upgrade, like, they wouldn't be harassing me. They wouldn't be texting me on a regular, calling me, calling the police. They wouldn't be calling, what else do they do? Calling my landlord. They wouldn't be taking my main source of income away from me. They wouldn't be doing that. How can somebody level up when you pull away the things that are helping them level up? I literally had a plan in motion until my main source got taken away. And now it's like, dang, I can't even do what I want to do as far as certain things. I'm actually trying. I'm trying. And then whenever I try, people's like, no, bitch, I don't want you to do this. I'm taking it away. And they take it.
And if we're really being real and we're being honest, y'all have to see that this is what's been going on for years. And this is why I choose to move the way that I move when it comes to Jasmine. I have pointed out a few things to Jasmine that I didn't agree with, and I gave my constructive criticism on it. Do I make videos to pick every little thing apart that she does that I may not agree with? No, I don't. I don't do that because I know what all Jasmine has gone through for a long time on this platform with so many people picking her apart, criticizing every little thing she does. Even when she tries to make the corrections, people still find something to say to criticize and pick her apart. So I choose to move a little different over here.
Since we're here. So one video, I remember, and I supported her, and it was social intellect. I had like a brain fart. I supported her page, and she's messaged me here and there, and then all of a sudden I watched her video, and she was like, it was like a short clip, and it was like showing a little bit. Amaya had came in there with her undies on, and I did not know. And like I said, when you're staring at a computer or a screen for a long period of time, you can miss things. I'm not perfect. I've missed things in my editing. I'm not the first that missed pieces of clips and thought that I deleted it. I can actually take accountability from that. I missed it. And then once I seen it, I emailed her and said, hey, I seen it. Can you please? But she just was really persistent on keeping the video up. I asked her. And I'm coming to y'all telling y'all this now. I asked her personally to remove the video. I already took my video down and I edited that clip out and blurred it, right? I blurred that whole entire damn clip. I blurred it, but I said, can you at least blur yours out? Or if you want to keep it up, blur it out, or whatever the case may be, blur it out. She never responded. I removed her video. I did. I'm here taking full accountability. I removed the video because why would you keep it up? If you brought it to my attention, a content creator that I watch, but you were real stuck on it, like you kept on slowing it down and zooming in, and it was just like, why are you doing this? That's what happened. And that's why she does not like me no more. But I messaged her, asked her personally to remove it, but she didn't.
Wow. So I actually appreciate Jasmine giving this context to what happened, because I was familiar with that reactor channel. I did used to support it myself because it did feel in the beginning that it was an unbiased space. And I saw where she was like supporting Jasmine. You know, she was giving constructive criticism, and I appreciated that, you know. But it did seem like something had flipped, and I didn't understand what happened, because it was like she had went from supporting Jasmine to now she was like dragging Jasmine. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? You know, that was just what I was asking myself. And so I just stopped attending because I didn't fully understand like what had changed. And I do remember her saying that Jasmine had removed her video, and I think she said she had tried to take her channel down. It was something to that nature, and I was just very much confused. I did not know what happened, and it just seemed like it became this rift where she really just did not care for Jasmine whatsoever, and I didn't understand what had happened. But the context that Jasmine is providing right here, I'm I'm a little taken back, because I don't see why that was such a big deal if Jasmine reached out behind the scenes and said, "Hey, I noticed this was showing when it came to my daughter. I don't want this being showed on a public platform. Like, I blurred my video out. Can you blur yours?" I don't see what the big deal was about that. Like, honestly, I feel that was the appropriate measure to take, which would be to take the video down, blur it out, and just put it back up. Like, you will still have the views you got on the video. You're just going through the studio and you're trimming out or putting a blur image over that, and just just put it back on your channel. Um, as the mother of the child who is coming to a content creator saying, "Hey, I saw this with my child. Can you please blur this out?" And you don't respond. I mean, I would do the same thing. I would remove it, because who wants their child to be exposed like that intentionally on a public social media platform? So, with this being the context behind why all of that happened the way that it did, I'm very taken back by it.
I woke up this morning, and when I tell y'all that my heart dropped when I read my email, if y'all can see it, it's on my thumbnail. When I tell y'all, my heart dropped because, oh my God, like, people want to bring me down so bad. I am so grateful. Like, y'all don't understand. My heart dropped this morning. Like, so many people want to see me fail. So many people want to see me fail. And I'm just like, and I was also just like, I had kind of like a nervous night because someone kept texting me, but they were sending like disturbing messages. Like, it was really, really disturbing.
So, this is one of the text messages that Jasmine provided on her Instagram. It did show the phone number, but I did not show that. But it says, "Just to let you know, once you're terminated, you cannot have another YouTube channel. All it takes is a few reports and an email to YouTube, legal, to let them know you're on YouTube still after being terminated. Karma is real, and if you don't do right, God is going to show you He is real and have the final say. Instead of being a low life, why don't you turn that raggedy channel around? Stand in your SHIT. The same way you came after my channels is the same way I'm coming for you. I got the voodoo for you, BITCH. Laugh now, cry later. Your channel is weak. Easy strikes. Watch this. Let's get it going." So, y'all don't think somebody is intentionally targeting Jasmine's channel? According to this text message, and I think this is a real text message. Even the fact that this person said that they got voodoo on this girl. What did I tell y'all a few lives back? I've actually mentioned it a couple of times. I know there are people in this sector that does witchcraft. That I do know. I have picked that up very quickly. And it's a few of them that delve into witchcraft. But y'all think this girl made all this up. They made it a point to say that they're going to keep reporting her channel. This is sick.
And it kind of triggered my anxiety just a tad bit. I don't do anything to mind my business. And like everybody that went and supported my second page, I do appreciate y'all because I really was like down, and they gave it back to me. They gave it back to me, and it's just like I know how I can get. I know that I can get so down to where it can. I can lose faith, but I'm just like, oh my God, I really just got my page back. Like I feel like I let the negativity overwhelm me. Like, and I was blind by the support. And a lot of y'all support me because y'all went to my second page and y'all went to my TikTok. But it was just so much negativity. It was so many people just trying to break me. It was so many people trying to break me. The threats. I got a whole bunch of messages, y'all. I'm still taking you guys offers as that y'all said on my second page into consideration as far as music and everything. I'm still gonna just like kind of tread softly with everything.
So I know Jasmine has made mention about the music, and I know I have expressed this to her as well. I don't think it's appropriate for you to be playing the type of music you play. Honestly, I think you should be mindful of both channels. I would not play that type of music on either one of your channels. If you are really trying to grow your channels and you're trying to broaden your demographic and get more subscribers, you're going to have to like really change up your content and just kind of commercialize it in a way where you're being more acceptable in all communities and all ethnicity groups. Because when you're playing that type of music, you're pretty much limiting yourself to a specific audience. And again, your main channel is somewhat like a family channel, and you have to be mindful that there are a lot of mothers that are, married, that have children. They're their own family, and a lot of families do not subscribe to that type of music and what that music stands for. So you really are going to have to clean it up. I get you do vlogs, but even when you vlog, you don't have to show every single detail. Just be mindful because you are the creator. And so you are responsible in what other people see in your life. Be mindful of that, Jasmine. You have the tools to turn this around. You just have to be consistent and you have to apply it. Another thing that I want to say is you really have to be mindful of the people that you have around you, Jasmine. You said a lot of people don't want to see you succeed. And you need to look very closely at the people that you have chosen to be around you. And I'm going to be very, very blunt here. I honestly don't think Chrissy is your friend. She's not. And when you started speaking about how y'all were talking again, I made it a point. I think it was around the time when y'all did that video where y'all were on the panel. I said even then, I didn't feel that was the move for you. It's not necessary for you to go backwards. Now, I get you were a friend to Chrissy and you wanted to be friends with her. And there were a lot of things that were said and done that all of y'all were at fault with. And I didn't like the fact that you were the only one apologizing publicly. I don't care what anybody says behind the scenes. What matters the most is what you say in public in front of everybody. And they did not apologize to you publicly. Chrissy did not apologize to you publicly for the wrong that she did. And there were a lot of things that she was doing behind, well, I won't even say behind the scenes. The way she was moving on her channel when y'all were supposed to be friends, I was side-eyeing that too before the fallout. And I'm side-eyeing it still. Because the way you came on here rallying for her when she came on here crying, talking about she needed money for her light bill, what did you do, Jasmine? You posted and shared her video on your community wall. You shared her Cash App. You did a video shouting out her Cash App, shouting out to your supporters to support her. You've always rallied behind her. You've always out loud supported her in front of everybody. But when your channel was taken down, where was Chrissy? Where was she? She didn't put up a community wall or a community post on her community wall. She didn't share your video. She didn't share your Cash App and told all of her 200K plus subscribers to send you a Cash App. She didn't come on here and do a video or go live and support you. She was missing in action. Why do you think that is, Jasmine? Again, I don't care what a person says behind the scenes. They can act as if they are your friend. They call you, they text you on your phone. But what are they doing in front of everybody? That's how you can really tell if a friend is truly genuine. As if they are the same behind the scenes and also in front of everybody to see. And I just want to be very clear because I look at everything. Jasmine lost her page October 25th. Okay? Chrissy, last live prior to what she did recently was October 1st. Her last video that she uploaded was October 23rd. Her last short was October 23rd. Her last community post that she made on her wall was 3 weeks ago. And Chrissy decides to go live on October 29th, entitling her video, well, what's going on here? Yeah, she didn't mention anything. She didn't really speak to really what her title was insinuating, but I read between the lines on that. She was trolling. She knew that you were trending on here because your channel was taken. This whole time, Chrissy ain't put out no live, no video, hadn't put nothing on her community post, didn't do a short, but now she wants to come on live. When you were literally in the midst of trying to figure out what you were going to do because you didn't know if you were going to get your channel back or not. But she comes on live and mentions nothing to your support. She mentions nothing in defense of you to say Jasmine's channel really was taken. Jasmine didn't lie. Can y'all support my friend, Jasmine? Here's her Cash App. Can somebody put her Cash App? Y'all may not like her, but that's my friend. We're cool again. No, she don't do that. But guess who does that, Jasmine? You do that. You support her. You show your support to her all the time. You defend her all the time. And I'm just saying, I know you want to be friends with her again. But if somebody burns you once, it's going to happen again, Jasmine. There was a lot of slick little comments she would make when y'all were supposed to be friends. And I know a lot of people caught it. A lot of people saw it. Just like a lot of people saw when Olivia was doing it when y'all were supposed to be friends. They take what they can get from you and then they discard you when it's no longer convenient. I do not believe that Chrissy is your friend. I do not believe that. Because like I say all the time, action speaks louder than words. Don't rally and support me behind the scenes. Do it in front of everybody so everybody can see that you truly do support me. And I know you're going to take this however you're going to take it, and that is your business, that is your prerogative. But if someone came on this social media platform and spread all my business and didn't have a problem talking about my children the same way Olivia talked about your children, it only takes one time for you to show me who you are, and I am done with you because you already let me see who you are. Why would you allow this woman to come back into your life for you to tell her your business again, to trust again, when she has already shown you that she don't value your friendship? And let me be clear again, because I know some people be having selective hearing. All of them were in the wrong. They all told each other's business when it shouldn't have been told. If y'all decided to part ways, it should have just been that. Part ways, but leave all the extra stuff out of the equation. All of that, everybody telling everybody's business, showing text messages, throwing little jabs, all of that was wrong. Jasmine was wrong. Chrissy was wrong. Liv was wrong. And the other girl was wrong. Everybody was wrong. But Jasmine, if you really want to move forward in your life, you're going to have to start making different decisions. You're going to have to start learning how to really read the room and learn from your mistakes. Learn from what God is revealing to you. And do not willingly and intentionally repeat those same choices that you have made in the past. That comes to friendships. That comes to relationships. That comes to how you handle your business. That comes to how you are with your children. That comes with everything. How you handle your finances. You have to make sure that when God is showing you something, when you're having to go through a thing and you have to learn from it, and you're going through all the pain and the struggles, and you finally come out on the other side, you cannot forget what brought you to that place to begin with. I see the potential in you. I see that you have the tools to be better and to do better. You do not have to remain in this same space, Jasmine. You don't have to. It's a choice. And you said that I'm going to, work on all my platforms. That's great. But you have to start looking at social media as this is my residual income. What else can I bring to the table to generate an actual income that will bring stability to my family? It is nothing wrong with getting a career or investing in a job that mirrors your degree. You don't have to settle for Subway. You have a degree. If that means going back to school or getting a certification to, get more updated in the field that mirrors your degree, then do that. But you don't have to settle working at a Subway or settle working for DoorDash or settle working at the dollar store. You have an actual degree. You need to use that. And look at your social media platforms as residual income. You have additional ideas that you have brought forth on your lives many times. You need to stop just talking about it and actually do it. Do your little workout things. Create income for yourself and your family. There are different things that you're skilled at, Jasmine, that you can use as an additional income. So, I say all of this to say you have the ability to change your current situation. I'm glad you got your channel back. I was one of the ones praying for you to get your channel back because I saw that this was done out of spite. And when you do evil towards people, God is going to deal with those individuals. But God is always going to turn it around and use it for good. That's why I gave you that scripture, Jasmine. What the enemy meant for harm, God will use it for your good. And that applies every single time. Now the ball is in your court. What are you going to do? But what I don't want to keep seeing from you, Jasmine, is you making the same bad decisions. If you really want to elevate, if you really want to grow beyond where you are, you have to start making different choices. It may hurt in the beginning, but it's going to be rewarding in the end. And your children are looking to you. Your children deserve better than what you had when you were their age. They deserve it. And you have it in you to provide that for them. You have it in you. You have to manage your money better. And you have to think smart. But I'm telling you, the people that you are allowing in your life, you better vet those people. And you better make sure these people are who they say they are. Don't just blindly go off of what you feel you need in the moment. I get the fact that you want a friendship with somebody. I get the fact you want a girl, a girlfriend that you can chit chat with and talk to and all of that good stuff. There's nothing wrong with having a girlfriend. But make sure you have the right girlfriend in your life. Somebody that is truly loyal, solid, trustworthy. And I don't see that in Chrissy. I don't see that when it comes to y'all's dynamic. You are 33 years old now. And you have still enough time to turn all of this around. Yes, it sucks that you don't have the full support that you should have being a mother to 5 children. But guess what? You have those children now. And like I said before, they're looking to you. They're looking to you. And you have it in you to give them everything that you can possibly give to them to make sure that they have a happy, fulfilled life. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. It's OneLove, and I'm out.